Black truck down, we finally get that engine out. I'm Rick. This is The Shack. Hey everybody, welcome. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you, seriously, thank you so much for taking some of your time out to view my channel. Consider subscribing, and when you do, ding ding ding, hit that bell so you are notified when these videos do come out. If you're into the vintage truck, if you maybe have notions of doing an engine swap, if you're even going along the lines like I am and going diesel versus gas engine, maybe I can help you save some headaches, save some trouble, give you ideas, maybe help you in your decision making. This video is basically going to focus on two things: getting the radiator core support out without taking the fenders off, drop the oil pan on the engine, and find out what exactly happened inside. This is what I'm going to do with this series. I'm going to have a running total of what things cost. In the description below, prices of everything, what I pay for. I'll give links to where I get them from. So with that, let's go to my friend's shop and get going. Well, I think the first things that I'm going to do, I'm going to start disconnecting some of the hoses, and then I'm going to go underneath and we're going to start taking the motor mounts, disconnecting the shift lever and all the miscellaneous. So let's get that all disconnected. Pretty much got everything undone. So now I gotta hook up my chain. I'm gonna see if we can yank this sucker out of here. Okay, it's all loose. So tomorrow I'm gonna come back and we're gonna take the front end off because the tranny's still attached. And you just literally roll it right out. Now this little strip that runs on the top here, that holds some electrical wiring, so there are a few screws that hold it to the framework here. Disconnect those, push it aside so I can get this thing out of here now. Just in case you don't know, I'm going to show you every place you need to unbolt this at. This whole front piece can't come out, but you have a lot of bolts you got to undo. You got this, which is one nut you take off. Then you have another nut that holds this on. Take it off. Then all these come off. So that's ready to come out. You got one there. And you have one on this side, one on each side. You also, underneath, on the front, you have 3 bolts that bolt on from the fender well to the front piece, so these 3 have to come up. Also, you have 2 nuts up there, depending on your application. Since I have dual batteries, the battery support was screwed through the fender well right there. I had 2 nuts I had to take off. That is on the driver's side. Remember, you got those 3 bolts here on the driver's side. You have the same on the passenger side, 3 bolts under here. And on the passenger side, battery support was bolted through the fender well there, not with 2 small screws. A regular 7/16 bolt went right through there, so that was all accessed underneath here under the fender well. You have to take everything you can out of here. Right there you got a bolt that comes loose. Right there you got a bolt that comes loose, and underneath this right here on both sides, I got a bolt there and there to come out. I got one more bolt to undo there. There's a bolt right there I got to do. So I got 2 more bolts on this side, and this front end should be ready to come out. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm going to have to take a fender off to get this out. That's it. I'm pooped out today. Another delay. It ain't coming out. I'm just going to clean up, come back tomorrow, and try it again. Okay, well, we're back again for the 3rd day. I was doing some searching around last night. I could not find anybody that took this core support out without having the fenders off. So I'm going to try something today, see if I can get it out without removing the fenders. My thought is I can tip it, but I just can't angle it enough to get it out. So if I remove one of the fender wells, maybe that'll give me enough room to move it enough where I can pop it out so I don't have to take out the fenders. I don't want to take them off, I don't have to right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the lesser of the two, which would be the passenger side fender well, because this one's got all the wiring and stuff and the steering column going through and everything, so that one would be easier. There's less. So I'm going to show you all the bolts. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one under here and one under here. That's 9 bolts, and then like I said back there, that one there. So let's get them all off, then we'll get that one off. Well, there it is. It is a 5/8, and that's a monster bolt in there. I noticed I got 2 more bolts here and here that hold the fender in the wheel well here to the fender up top. So I got 2 more. All of these are 1/2 inch. The one big one, as you saw, is a 5/8. So I'm going to get those 2 out, and hopefully this wheel well will come out now. Okay, I have fender, and then as you see, it can push down. So what I'm going to do, because I still have 2 bolts in the back, I'm not even going to worry about taking them out just yet. I'm going to see if I can push it down enough to be able to push this back far enough to get this out. I might even have to take this out the rest of the way. Yeah. Success! Yeah, that's how you do it. Unbolt some of the bolts on one fender, push it down enough, and this will go right out. You don't have to take this whole front apart. That's a good one. So now, we can get the engine out. It is officially out. I'm gonna go sit down, drink some water, and then I'm gonna disconnect the trans. So let me get the trans off. I'll be right back. I got the oil pan dropped, and I'm just checking all the connections here and just see if anything's wrong, and I found something. See how this, nothing moves. This is the culprit. Look at this. That bearing is completely gone. So I'm going to remove this cap just to see how bad that scored is. So the block, everything's fine. All the problem, this was rattling so bad that all that room to move. So let's just take that off of there. There we go. You can smell this thing really bad. There it goes. Wow. Look at all that. That's terrible. That is completely wasted. Look at the lines on that sucker, man. Well, that was the culprit. You can see it's really scored bad. See how scored that is on the bearing itself and on the crank. And that's the culprit. Number 6 cylinder is scored. Not the cylinder, but the bearing and the crank. Well, I'm done. Wow. Well, that's it. The engine is officially out. That's this week's video. No Thursday Thought. I've been working on this every day, and it's been in the 100 pluses. So I'm only working about 5 hours a day in the seat iron, even though I got my canopy, and I tell you what, that is a wonderful thing because it keeps me out of the direct sun. It's still warm, but so much better than being in the direct sunlight. Check in the description below, I'll have links to that. If you're going to do work outside, I'm telling you what, that is a lifesaver. It is a serious must-have. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Get out there, take back shack, and build it. for your sanity. This, if it's not woodworking, it's something like this. It's therapeutic. I enjoy this and I love woodworking. Time to clean up and go home. Thanks for watching. We will see you next video.